in the stalls there.
Well, I noticed a few of these horses, they're just starting to put the bandages on a few of them, Dan. Their old legs must be just starting to feel it. They've had a long campaign, and yes, oops, there's Tamper Lane just playing up.
Stirred up a bit. He fired right up in the Cox plate and didn't settle, and he seemed to have run his race.
Yeah.
John Letts is there. Lettsy, how's Tamper Lane?
Tamper Lane, well, he's a little bit towed up. He looks a little bit stroppy, but he hasn't broke out or anything, fella. So I wouldn't hold, you know, any fears of that worrying him. But gee, the horse that they put the money on that you were talking about earlier looks very well. Darren Beeman mount. He looks terrific, and so does King Ivor. Looks magnificent, King Ivor. But gee, Holy Roller, he's a mountain, isn't he?
He is the galloping Goliath. Holy Roller, and he will run the favourite. And the big one, the Chrysler Stakes, Group 1 over the mile. And they look to be all ready to go. Big field of 16. And they're ready now.
Right now, jump. All right to go, riders.
1600 the distance, the all clear being given. And they're racing now. Fair breakaway. Out the back early, King Ivor, Jewel Honour, and also Moss Downs. Catalan opening jumped away pretty well, so too did Brad's Son. Monet's Cove from wide outs going forward. Likewise, Sweet Delight and Pengulu. They're all up in the first 5 or 6. Confiscate is into about 6th position, one off the fence, and then Crows Before Dawn. Holy Rollers racing wide around Tamper Lane. King Ivor's pushing through in the centre, and Prairie was down on the rails about midfield at the moment. Another length back then at Duro Bay. Tamper Lane just seemed to lose his spot there. Moss Downs is on the inside of Principality, and back to the tail of the field, Jewel Honour with Will Fly. Inside the 1,000 they go. Monet's Cove fired up, wants to go quicker. It's got a half a length in front of Sweet Delight, who's on the rails. 2 lengths away, Pengulu, as they start to open up now. 2 lengths to Brad's Son, who's just trapped a little bit deep there. Over on the inside was Catalan opening, and about a half a length away. Back into about 7th position as they run up to the home turn was Crows Before Dawn. Then came Confiscate, one off the fence. Prairie on the rails, and then King Ivor from Holy Roller as they turned to Robays on the inside of Moss Downs, and then came Tamper Lane hard ridden back at the tail with Principality, Will Fly, and Jewel Honour. Inside the 400, Monet's Cove led. Pengulu's after it. Brad's Son's running a nice race, and then Catalan opening trying to get through. Further back in the field to Confiscate. Pengulu hit the lead, coming after it. Catalan opening. Holy Roller further out, then Principality. It's Pengulu in front. Catalan opening's levelling up to it. Pengulu and Catalan opening from Monet's Cove. Catalan opening and Darren Beeman and Bart Cummings. They're going to win the Group 1. And down to the post, Catalan opening's got it. Catalan opening beat Pengulu. 3 away third might be Sweet Delight. There's a photo there. Close up with it was Holy Roller, also Confiscate and Monet's Cove. Then Principality, Crows Before Dawn not far away. Bradson knocked up. They were followed home then by Confiscate with Prairie. Will Fly, Principality was further out on the track. Tamper Lane to Robay, Moss Downs. King Ivor weakened right out of it. He looked to be in trouble on the turn, and Jewel Honour was with him over the post.
Well, a great ride. Great to see Darren Beeman get a travel his last day riding here. There's the photo finish. I think Sweet Delight, you called it right, Dan. You've
3-5 and 15 is third, so it's 3-5 and 15.
Yeah, now here they are, arrowed here. I actually thought Darren was going to be in a bit of trouble, but Pengulu, ridden by Greg Childs, he'd given out a beautiful run all the way, and Darren had just worked his way out into the clear. And Catalan opened, he certainly knuckled down, and he put his best foot forward today. A few times there he's been a little bit disappointed in races, but he had that beautiful cover in the race, and he's gone to the line really strongly for Darren Beeman. It's great this for Darren. You'll remember this day.
Pretty happy to win that. He showed a bit of emotion going over the line too, Gary.
Right. Well, a big thing.
Okay, well, Bart Cummings, we didn't have to wait all that long, although a bit longer than usual, PD, for Bart to win a Group 1, but he has with Catalan opening.
Yes, indeed, Dan. Congratulations, Bart.
Yeah, it's nice to see him win a Group 1. He's been placing 2 since he's been down here, and the Toorak and the Caulfield Cup ran 3rd, so I think it's only fitting he won a decent Group 1 today.
He's been a bit of a handful over his time, this horse, but after he's been gelded, has he been a different horse?
Well, he ran this race last year, and he hung badly, and I said I think we'll geld him and bring him back and win the race next year. That's today, so it turned out okay.
Finally, do you think the bloke upstairs had something to do with this fairy tale ending for Darren Beeman?
I think he has a lot to do with everything we do.
He does. Well done, Bart.
Thank you.
And speaking of the man himself, what a way to finish his career at Flemington. Darren Beedman is with John Letts.
Well, Pete, Darren's ridden 3, and Peter Donegan just said, what a way to finish at Flemington, but you haven't had your last ride yet, have you, today?
No, mate, I'm happy with 3. Whatever comes is the cream.
Darren, do you think that this will be the last time we'll see you on a Victorian racetrack, or is there any chance of you coming back next week for Sandown?
I'll be at Sandown Saturday, and I'll be at Moonee Valley. They've got the last day here in Melbourne.
Gee, the punters are going to miss you, Darren.
Oh, mate.
And now the Catalan opening. How did you get him to do his best? He is a good horse, isn't he, when he does his best?
He's got super ability, the horse, but it's just a matter of switching him on. And I run him up in behind him at this 400, and I was able just to get him back on the steel. And when I let him rip, he really let down good.
How did you feel when he was hard to get in the gate? You thought he's in one of those moods he's not going to switch on today, eh?
Yeah, but it's just a bit of TLC, mate.
Darren, you rode him a treat. You deserve everything that you've got out of him today, and it was a great ride, and you've worked him out, this horse. Now you shouldn't be retiring because they'll have to put another jockey on him.
No, but look out for the jump when I come back.
Good luck, Darren.
We are going to be looking out for the jump. The photographers are already lining up because Darren Beedman, if there is one certainty about this Melbourne Cup Carnival, it will be the star jump. And here he is returning to scale. Darren Beedman, one of our finest riders of the 80s and 90s. On Boxing Day, his career comes to an end prematurely in the eyes of many racing people. And listen to the ovation he receives. It was round about 12 months ago, about 12 months and 4 days ago, that he came back with those colours aboard Saintly in the Foster's Melbourne Cup. And a treble on his final day of riding at Flemington. Yes, let's see, there might be more to come, but he's won the most important race of the day, the Group 1 Chrysler Stakes, the last Group 1 event for the year. Not everyone here at Flemington has backed him today, but I reckon just about everyone on the course will applaud him. It's our turn to say thanks, Darren Beedman. Thanks for the entertainment over the years. Thanks for being a great horseman, a wonderful jockey, and thanks for being a good bloke. He is a good bloke. Who said nice guys come last? Catalan opening the winner. Pengaloo battling on courageously. There it is. I hope we get to see that again here one day. But as we said, Darren is so passionate about his new calling in life, and he'll occupy the saddle for the final time on Boxing Day, 1997, perhaps.